Alright, we're back with another video instruction guide, this time showing how to do a repair on a LG Flatron L1932TQ that will not power up. This unit, when you have it connected to power, you push the power button, you get no indication of power, no flashing lights, no screen flash, nothing, totally dead unit. Usually indicates a problem with the power supply. Power supplies can also cause a problem where you have just a flashing power light and no display, or where you get a solid power light and your display takes a very long time to show a picture, or when it does show a picture, if the picture either pulses in and out or is a very wavy picture. Those are all indications of power supplies that are going out, and we're going to show you how to take apart a unit and do the repair work on it and get the unit back up to full function. First thing, of course, you need to do is to take the base unit off the monitor, remove the power cord, and remove the signal cables. And you can turn it over and lay it down flat. We have to remove the screws that are across the back. Just use a magnetic tipped Phillips screwdriver. There's 2 at the bottom that were hidden behind the stand. Then there's 5 in the center of the monitor. We have the screws, and you just want to set those to the side where you don't lose them, because we will have to use them, of course, to put the unit back together again. We use a little magnetic parts bowl, holds them securely, off to the side. Okay, now turn the unit over, and if you grab the monitor front bezel with your fingers and kind of lift up on it, the monitor will start separating, and you have a few little catches as you go around the edges of the monitor. Now what we want to do is actually turn the monitor over with that front bezel on, because you have to take the back of it off first. Just set that to the side. The reason we had to take the back off is you have your control cables that go to the front panel, and if you remove those you can damage the video or the control signal cable. So we can go ahead and disconnect that now. It just unplugs. And then it's held on with this aluminum tape. Just peel the tape up and you can free that cable. Just press the tape back down, because we will need to reuse the tape to put the monitor back together. Now we're going to be getting into the assembly here. There's also some tape on the side here. Peel that tape up, and again just kind of press it back so we can reuse that. There's 2 little sets of tabs. They need to be straightened out. They're kind of flared to the sides that hold this into place, and then once you do that you can kind of lift it to the side. The backlight bulbs, the connections are behind these 2 shields, one at the top and one at the bottom. You kind of push up on the shield, it will come off, and then you'll see the backlight connectors. They are a squeeze to release, so you have to kind of squeeze the connector as you're pulling. There's a little plastic tab on them that has to be released. That's what the squeeze part does. So we'll do that on both of those. And we'll rotate the monitor around so that we can see the top. Do the same thing. Press and release that. Then you can press and release the backlights. And once we have those done, the last cable to get to is going to be the signal cable. It's held on with a couple of pieces of tape. Just peel those back. And then we can see the video connector, and it's just going to pull straight out. And then you have the power supply assembly and the video control assembly that we can start working with. So what we'll do is we're going to set the monitor to the side so it doesn't get damaged. Now we need to remove This is just a little plastic shield. It's held with little tabs on the ends. Remove that, and this is the power supply board. On this one, there is a couple of visible capacitors that are bulging. Not much on the tops of these, but you can, the capacitors do show some bulge, and that's what's causing the problem on this power supply board. So we need to go ahead and remove the board, and then we can do the repair on it. Just held in place with a couple of screws. And then you have the cable that goes from the power supply board to the video logic board. Again, it has a little squeeze release on it, so you squeeze it and then lift up, kind of work its way up, and then it'll come off. Then we can remove the power supply board. Set this to the side. Like I say, this is the power supply board. We'll take it over to the soldering station, remove those capacitors, and see if we can get this unit back up. This power supply board is the AIP0108 board. So like I said, we'll take it over there and see if you're going to get it back up and going.